Hi, I'm Blake with NuCanoe. As promised, we're back out here on the water with the LEHR 2.5 horsepower propane outboard motor. We tested this out a couple weeks ago. It works great. Went back to the shop and rigged up a few things to control the motor better and just make it easier to use on the Frontier. So first off, I'm going to kind of go through what we've done. The first thing, which is pretty simple, is added the tiller extension handle. So we can easily control the direction of the motor and the throttle by twisting it. Now I've found that keeping this in my right hand creates a much better angle, makes it a lot easier to control and steer the motor than when it's in my left hand. Second thing we did is added a little extension rod here to the clutch. So from our seating position, we can put the motor in gear and pop it back into neutral. A lot easier than climbing back to the motor. Now our little system here is pretty homemade. We've got this motor, we're borrowing it from our local LEHR rep and won't let us put any holes in or install any hardware to it, so bear with us here. But this really makes it easy to control the motor out on the water. The third thing, we added a little rope that just loops around on the back of the motor, so when you come into shore, you can pull it right up. Now with that handle, kind of going down the middle, it doesn't get in the way. You can bring this all the way up and lock it in place. Now another option on this is adding a second line to this that would go on the little lock that once the motor goes up, it locks in place. If you add that second line, you can pull that to lower the motor back down when you're in the seat. Right now I don't have that hooked up, so if this gets locked, I'm going to have to go back to the motor to get this back down in the water. Lastly, over here we add a little cord onto our kill switch. So you don't have to clip this onto your life vest or anything. It's just secured onto the deck ring. And when you want to kill the motor, just pull the cord. So those four things take this motor from being a nice high-powered motor, it's kind of hard to use, to one that works really well on the Frontier. So the one thing we didn't rig up was an extension to the pull start. So I'm just going to start it from the dock here to keep it simple. The other nice thing about this motor, you always get a one-time start. Like that. You'll also notice that it's pretty quiet, much quieter than an outboard. Easy as that.